Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Elevating Us podcast, where we discuss how to enhance and excel your personal journey. So, we are continuing the topic of self discovery. This week, this episode, we are diving into identifying your passions and interests and how we can integrate those passions into your daily life. So, first, we're going to start off with defining what passion is. Passion is simply having a strong liking or desire towards something, as far as like an object, a concept, or even an activity. So to make it simple, it is something that you find important that makes life worth it. So now that we know the definition of passion, we are going to identify how to find your passions and interests. So we want to start by simply exploring different activities, different hobbies, different experiences, seeing what you like and or dislike, and you are able to make a list and inventory of what all you like to do and what you don't like to do. Now, we want to focus on what we like to do. By exploring these hobbies, activities, and experiences, we want to figure out of all these things, what brings us true joy and excitement. Once we have taken the time to truly explore different activities and hobbies, we want to take the time to reflect. Now, this part is crucial. So you have your exploration here of activities and hobbies, and then we are going to go to reflecting on our childhood. Okay, so as many of you have done, as I have done in my past, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a lot of things. Okay, so I'm going to explain first and then I'll give you guys an example. So we want to reflect on what we found ourselves doing as a kid when it was playtime, or even just going throughout certain events and experiences. What did you gravitate toward more during that time of adolescence? So for me personally, I always played doctor, I played nurse. I played a lot of things that just was about helping. So being that go-to person to fix things, I always found myself playing some type of role as far as helping people. After we have did our explorations of activities and hobbies, we've done the reflections of what we found ourselves doing in our childhood years, we then want to listen to our intuition. Now, this part is very crucial. You want to listen to your gut instinct. What is it telling you to do? Oftentimes, our passion is found deeply resonating in our intuition. What is it? What are you gravitating toward? What is your gut instinct telling you to gravitate toward? That activity, that hobby, different things like that. So you want to take time to sit with yourself and truly think about, okay, is my gut instinct telling me to go toward this activity? Is my gut instinct telling me to go toward this hobby? And then you want to put it all together. So how can you incorporate your exploration of activities and hobbies and experiences to what your childhood activities and curiosities were, and then what is your gut instinct telling you to do? Now remember, you are constantly exploring all of these things. So there is no set time limit on exploring different activities and hobbies, but you want to make sure that you are prioritizing these. So with these three things, exploration, reflection, and listening to your intuition, you want to make sure that you are incorporating these things into either your daily activity or at least doing it once or twice a week. At the bare minimum, twice a week. You want to make sure that you are incorporating these at least twice a week if you cannot do it daily. And that can be something as simple as scheduling in 30 minutes out of your day or 30 minutes to an hour out of your week, 2 times a week, to truly explore that new hobby, that new activity. And then let's say that you have been doing it for 2 weeks. Okay. If you have been incorporating these new hobbies and reflecting on them for 2 weeks, at the end of the 2 weeks, you want to take an inventory of how it made you feel. Did it bring true joy and excitement? And then did you have a gut feeling about this activity or this hobby? Did it really resonate with you where you found true fulfillment in doing that activity? If you did, we want to see how that specific activity has been incorporated throughout our daily life and our childhood. So if that was something that you truly found fulfillment in, one, it would be highlighted in different areas of your life. And then two, you would have that gut instinct like, yes, this is something that I am supposed to be doing. This is something that is very familiar and important to me. Now, with this, with exploring new activities, you are embracing curiosity. You have got to get out of your comfort zone in order to find out what your true passions and interests are. I know that getting out of your comfort zone, it can be scary. It can be a multitude of different conflicting feelings. But at the end of the day, you will thank yourself for going out and trying something different instead of getting to a point of where you cannot getting to a point of where you cannot and then thinking, dang, I should have tried this. I should have did this. We're not going to live in the what could, should, things like that. We are going to simply try. We are going to face our fears. We are going to hunker down and just say, you know what? I'm going to try it. What's the harm in it? If it's a no, if it's a fail, okay, it is a lesson learned. And then that's the next thing. We want to embrace failure. Like, don't be scared to fall on your butt. And the thing about it is just getting up. Failure is not failing unless you stay down, okay? So if that activity or that hobby didn't work out after you have told yourself, hey, I'm going to try this, even though it's outside of my comfort zone, I am going to try this activity and see if I like it or didn't like it. And then if it's a fail, that's fine. You know what we're going to do? We're going to get back up and we're going to try something else. We're going to scratch that activity or that hobby off of our list. Hey, I didn't like that. That's all right. Or, hey, I couldn't do that. That's all right. It is a lesson learned. It is a part of your journey. There is no story without failure. There is no success. There is no great story without falling on our butts and getting back up. Okay, so we are going to embrace curiosity. We're going to embrace failure, but it's truly not failure because we're going to get back up. Okay, the next thing we want to do is embrace growth. Okay, part of exploring all of these different activities and hobbies, you are growing. You are allowing yourself to become a more evolved version of yourself. You are allowing yourself to get out of your box and become this person of either expertise or, hey, like, I've tried this and I absolutely love it and I can vouch that, hey, you should try it too. You are gaining more substance, more experience, so that at the end of your life story, you can say, hey, I have tried this. I have come from this part of my life all the way over here because I took myself out on a limb and told myself that no matter what, I am going to get out of my comfort zone so that I can experience what life is truly about and live a purposeful, enjoyable life. Now that we have explored our passions, reflected on our childhood, listened to our intuition, integrated these different passions and interests, we are prioritizing and narrowing down what our passions are. So by following along with these steps, we are making a funnel of the passions that and the interests that we have. We are narrowing it down, and there's not going to be one specific passion and interest. There's not going to be one or two. What we're doing is making a list of what our passions are, what we like to do, what our hobbies are, and how they overlap in each other. So from there, once you find out how those passions that truly give you purpose and joy and fulfillment, once you find out how those passions overlap into your daily life and how you can do this without it seeming like a job, then you are able to truly take that passion, take those passions that overlap into each other, and then apply it to your professional life, apply it to your spiritual life, different things like that. So let me give you an example. One of my biggest passions are organizing and decorating. Okay, so with organizing and decorating, I'm able to take that and apply it to my professional life, hence life coaching, getting our schedules together, managing our time well, and then I'm also able to apply it to my leisure life as well as my spiritual life. So I'm blocking out specific time for those organizational tactics into my leisure life. So that being, I am scheduling my self-care, I am scheduling new activities and new hobbies because I am a person who loves to venture out. But I'm also scheduling specific time for Bible study and giving back to the community and things of that nature. That is one example of my true passion of being organized and how that overlaps into different aspects of my life. Okay. Another passion could be teaching or cooking. So whether you are a person who loves to give information, you want to see how that overlaps into different areas of your life, or if you are a person who loves to cook, how can you take cooking and overlap it into different areas of your life and then eventually make a career out of it? When it comes to identifying your passion, we are identifying what our passions are. So we are exploring current things that we like to do, new things that we like to do, whether that be activities, hobbies, new experiences. We are reflecting on our childhood and seeing what we found that we were gravitated toward the most, and then we're listening to our gut instinct. Once we have did this part, so that is section 1. Once we have done that part, we are then going to integrate those passions and interests into our daily lives, doing it at least 30 minutes a day or 30 minutes 2 times a week. And after each 2 weeks, we are taking inventory of what did we like, which activity we found ourselves doing more. I suggest picking at least 2 activities per 2 weeks to compare which one you found yourself doing more. And then we are making a list of it. So I like doing this. I'm going to keep that in my back pocket. And then in the next 2 weeks, I am trying this and this. We are constantly exploring our likes and our dislikes. We're constantly getting ourselves out of our comfort zone to truly figure out what ignites our light inside. So what pushes you to move forward? What truly fulfills the excitement and that joy inside of you through passion? And by doing these things, you are not only discovering new passions and interests, but you're also discovering an evolved version of yourself and truly discovering who you are as a person, what you like to do, what you don't like to do, and what you truly find meaningful and purposeful in life. So I encourage you to start today, okay? Start making a list of different things that you are passionate about. Start making a list of different activities and hobbies that you want to try, and try them. Don't put it off. Don't put it on the back burner. Try these activities starting today, okay? See how it goes. Start this journey of self-discovery, start this journey of passion, and then truly be able to integrate them into your daily life and then into your career, okay? I want to thank you guys for coming to another episode of Elevating Us podcast. Next week, we are going to be discussing being mindful and how that aids in our self-discovery. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See you guys next week.